about a week, finally the premiere of The Legend of Korra Season 2 is coming. Nickelodeon, Friday night, September 13th, I think it's at 7. And boy, the wait is finally over. This is sort of what I'm expecting from Legend of Korra 2, because I didn't make a video about Season 1, which I probably should, and I will eventually, about my thoughts about The Legend of Korra. And then I'll probably make another one when the season's over. But as far now, what am I expecting? So if you guys don't already know, Season 2 is supposed to be set in Republic City about 6 months after, just months after when the first season left off. And then they're going to move it to the South Pole. And it's about Korra going into learning more about the spirits and fixing a spiritual imbalance in the South Pole. And you learn about who was the first Avatar, and that's basically it. You gotta have more of her family involved, her mom, her dad, her uncle, her cousins. Mako is a policeman in the Republic City, and I don't know if they all travel together to the South Pole. I don't know. Bolin's trying to still do that Fire Ferret's probe bending thing, but without Korra and Mako, whatever, it's not gonna be too good. And yeah, it sounded interesting. Like, at first I didn't know if it was going to be like a full 26 episodes, and I thought it was, but now it's just looking like it's going to be about like around 14-ish episodes, which I'm pretty good about that, because if it was 26, it'd be like a really big high imbalance from the first season. I feel like they rushed the first season too much and tried to squeeze everything in because they didn't know if they were getting a second season. So, you know, even though I'm not like a huge fan of Legend of Korra, I really do think it's a great cartoon, period. Just as a cartoon. I don't think it's as good as The Last Airbender, but of course it's not going to be. And it's not like, Legend of Korra is not like a cartoon I'd watch over and over again. I just really want to see it, and once I run through it once, I'm good. So I do, because I still want to know what's going to happen. The same animation studio that's doing The Legend of Korra also does animation for the Boondocks. And this is why it took what is going on? Okay, and this is why it took a while for it to come out, because first of all, they didn't know they were going to do it, and they had to put it all together, and the animation studio was doing the Boondocks too. So they're at the same time, because the Boondocks is scheduled to come out January of 2014. I'm like, yes, we finally have a date, or a better set time, because I love the Boondocks, and I'm just so glad they made it season 4. The animation, just period, for the season, from like what I've seen, like trailers and stuff, looks phenomenal. Looks like it's a movie or something. Like, the colors are so bright and crisp, and I'm like, dang, like they just went all out for this. And what else about this? What I'm looking forward to? You know, hopefully they just improve on it, because they kind of rushed through the first one. I mean, you can't really fix what you did in the first one. I wasn't really feeling the whole romance. I don't think Mako and Korra should have ended up together. Asami just kind of really got pushed to the curb. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of her character at first, but it was just like they kicked her to the side. I really love Tenzin. He's probably my favorite character of this whole series. I'm not really digging the younger people characters. Korra now has a new power. She's bringing people's bending back, and I wonder if she can take it away too. I don't know. Now she knows all 4 elements. Oh yeah, and I remember one thing, that the creators of the Avatar went to the producers of Nickelodeon and said, hey, we want to make the comic book series, comic book series of the Avatar. And I don't know why they decided to make a comic book series anyway, but it's kind of like a continuation from the Avatar: The Last Airbender story. And they went and they did this one called The Search, and about finding Zuko's mom. They're like, hey, we want to do like a hour and a half little like special episode about finding Zuko's mom based off that comic. And the producer said, no, you go back to the drawing boards, and we want another season of Korra. And so that's why we don't get that. And you know, I feel so angry. Who gives a crap about Legend of Korra? I mean, when it comes to like The Search, because I really did want to know what happened to Zuko's mom, so that's why they made those comics, and I read some of it. I didn't finish it yet, but you know, just to know that that idea got scrapped to make room for Korra is depressing, because that would have made a great like episode. I just wanted to see it in animation. I I guess I don't understand why they make the comics. I guess just to keep it going, but yeah, you're gonna make comics, why not make the show? But, okay, whatever. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Legend of Korra preview of season 2, and hopefully I'll like it a lot more than I did season 1. And you know, I will be tuning in next Friday, and you should too. So that is all I got.